Good morning, students. Today, let's recapitulate the chapter The Boy Who Broke the Bank. This is the first chapter for class 8 and it will come in the periodics. So, let's recap. This story is written by Ruskin Bond. The story is set in a very picturesque background of Dehradun, where we find that everything was going well. There was a bank in the town whose owner's name was Seth Govindram. All was fine with the bank when suddenly one day everything went wrong. The story mainly surrounds the bank. Now, from the title, if we guess out, then we can get that there is a boy who is responsible for the ruin of the bank. But when we read the story, we understand that it's not the boy who is responsible. All the circumstances has one by one after another led to the ruin of the bank. Main problem is not listening to what others are saying properly and adding on some masala of their own. This had led gradually to the spread of the rumor that the bank had become bankrupt. And in the opening, we find that Nathu, a sweeper boy, he was not very happy with himself. Why? He had demanded some hike in his regular pay that he had not got, and mainly that month's salary he had not received. For that he was grumbling within himself when we found that another boy, Sitaram, who was the son of a washerman, he was passing by. Sitaram said that, okay, still you are annoyed because they are refusing to pay you another 5 rupees a month. Oh, is it the reason? Now, the moment when he says, Nathu says, I don't want to talk about it. The main problem is he had not received his regular pay, and when this month will end, it will be soon 2 months' pay that will be due from the bank. Now, why the bank is holding up a poor man's salary? This is the matter why Nathu is angry. Sitaram passes by in his daily chore, that is giving clothes, delivering clothes that are washed and ironed. When he enters a house of Mrs. Prakash, he listens that Mrs. Prakash wants a sweeper to clean the courtyard and she is not finding one. Immediately Sitaram tried to help his friend Nathu, and he says that, okay, I have one, I know one boy, he can clean, he will do the work. Only that from the next month, because now he is in the bank working, sweeping the bank, but next month he will leave because they are not giving him proper salary. Now, with this, then Mrs. Prakash asks why they are not giving the salary or wage. Sitaram says that maybe they might have shortage of money. So listening to it, Mrs. Prakash laughs and asks Sitaram to send Nathu whenever he is free so that she can talk with Nathu. After this, Mrs. Prakash goes out for bazaar, where she meets Mrs. Bhushan. And now what she does, now she tells Mrs. Bhushan that, do you know that said Govindaram's bank can't even pay its employees? Now see, Sitaram has not said that they are not paying the employees. Sitaram said that they have not paid Nathu. Now Mrs. Prakash adds on something. After that, listening to this, when Mrs. Bhushan goes into the market to find her husband and finds him sitting in Jugal Kishore's electrical goods shop, what she says, that do you know the bank is going bankrupt? Now see, again some add-ons. Now all this was not uttered, but this became. And the moment it happened, immediately there was a chaos in the whole city. People here and there everywhere started talking about the bank going bankrupt. All were busy of taking out the money that they have in the bank, and those who have not kept the money, they are happy and that okay, we were foresighted enough that we have not kept the money in the bank. All this thing was going on, and then in front of the bank there was a huge crowd gathered. In the, amidst this, one person makes a call to Seth Govindaram's home and finds out that Seth Govindaram was holidaying in Kashmir. And the moment when he listens, he understood, he thinks something, and he makes that okay, that means he is not holidaying, he has fled away. And immediately this news spread as quickly as the forest fire spreads. After that there was huge chaos. Even the police came to control the people. Someone made a call to a clerk in the bank and asked that whether they have been paid or not. The clerk said, yes, we have been paid. If you have not been paid, we would not have worked. But still they don't believe it. And this was going on. Ultimately, some people who were not even the customers of the bank, they also joined the crowd and started shouting in front of the bank. Suddenly somebody threw stones at the glass, the main gate of the bank. Somehow the manager managed to get inside. Before getting inside, he was trying to convince the customers that we don't have available cash today, but tomorrow we will pay everybody. Still nobody is believing. Ultimately, police somehow dispersed the crowd. The next morning, when Nathu came to clean the staircase, he was very angry. Why? He found that glass pieces here and there, papers here and there were thrown. Now, he is getting angry that, oh, they are not paying me, and in addition they are increasing my work also. But just at that moment, Sitaram was passing on with his bicycle, and he said to Nathu that okay, wait there and see whether you get your pay, because the bank is getting bankrupt, and I have already managed a work for you from the next month, you can join. Listening to all this, Nathu was puzzled. He was not able to understand what he is actually saying. Who would have thought the bank would collapse? This is what he said to himself, and he looked thoughtfully across the street, and he wonders how it all has happened. And in this we finish the story. From here we can understand that there is no clarity among the people. As a result, what is happening? Confusion arises. The confusion has arisen to such a height that it had led to a bankruptcy of a bank, which actually did not happen at all. So what lesson we get from this story is that we should not simply listen something and come to a conclusion. Think, introspect, and before speaking, you have to mind what you are saying. What you are saying may reach far and wide. Now in this story, students, try to go through the chapter properly. There can be questions set from inside the chapter, so you have to go through it in a proper way. Thank you, everyone.